Hello, Parapeeps, and welcome to this episode of Our Haunted Travels. Let's Talk Paranormal Live.
We are a little bit early.
We are early because I didn't have notifications set. So we're going to do this one a little low tech, and hopefully the notifications go out and tell people that we're live. Do you have your phone by any chance?
No, but I can go get it.
Yeah, could you?
Are you talking to them while we're waiting?
Hello, hello, hello. As everyone is coming to the live stream, please leave us a comment and let us know that you're here. We started a little bit early because we didn't have notifications set. Richard, hello, buddy. We are live. We're doing a little bit of a low-tech version. Hello, Mona. We're doing it Farnsworth House here in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
We are.
And we're actually, the best place that we could do it from is like on our bed here, so excuse us, but we are actually 4 feet off the ground. This is a huge bed.
That is true. I'm trying to figure out how to find YouTube on my phone.
You talk to him for a minute.
So, we went out today, did a couple little things. You don't even know what I did for you today. I walked through a field of poison ivy for you so that we could have footage and pictures of the Lester farm for you that were just a little bit better because you have to get it from the front. You can't just get the side view. You have to get it from the front. You can't just get the side view.
That was your echo.
That was my echo. Yeah.
Let's see if we can share this out.
Okay, you do that and play there. So then I said, all right, I know that if you get most of the oils off faster, life is good or better anyway. So I went, and we drove to a in the bathroom and like washed my legs. Problem being that they didn't have any paper towels in there. It was an air dry one. Then, not only was that an air dry one, I went and said, okay, well, I'll use toilet paper. So I got some of the toilet paper, and literally as soon as you wet it, it like disintegrates. So that wasn't working. Finally, there was this nice lady. She brought me some napkins from in the restaurant. She's like, yeah, I have poison ivy all the time too, and I know how bad it is. So she got me those. And then the water spigots in there. You know how you normally go those ones that don't have handles, and you're like trying to like move around, try to see where do I put my hands? How do I know it? Make it say I'm here. Well, this one, if you do that, it doesn't turn on at all. And this one, you had to like put your hands at a certain there's this little there was this little old lady. She was so sweet, and she's like there, and she lathers all this soap up. Like she can't get the water to go on, and she's like going all over the place. She couldn't get it, no matter what she did. And I like told her, okay, well, hold your hands here. And it just wouldn't go on for her, so I had the water running on mine. I said, here, come put your hands here. I got the water on for you. She came over to that one, and I took my hands away. She put her hands there, and it stopped. I felt so bad for her.
So HJN says, can we visit a place haunted by Charles Manson? Omar got a house where Charles Manson stayed. You never know. You never know where we're going to show up.
Yeah, it depends on where we go.
Yeah, depends on how...
Yes, haunted sink, Richard.
Yeah, depends on how, our travel plans and everything kind of play out. Where we're going to be. And then wherever we're going to be for work or vacation or whatever, we always look for locations that are haunted in that area.
Yeah, so you never know. Stay tuned. It might happen.
Okay, so you told him what we did today. Well,
Well, I didn't tell him everything. I just told him
Okay.
my little adventure.
So guys, those of you in the chat right now, we need your help a little bit because of course notifications aren't going out that great. We went live yesterday, nobody saw it, but if you could please share this out and help get some people in the chat here. I'm trying to get onto our Twitter to share this out, and it's on that phone. You don't have us on here. You have
I have
Boris
Boris
on here.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that.
Okay.
So
You have
keep
fun
on
with
talking.
that. So we also should I tell them about the other place we went to today?
Sure. Go ahead.
So we went to this other place. My sister saw it when she was here. She wanted to go to it. She didn't quite make it because it's literally only open on Saturday. And so I found it the other day when I went for a walk, and I saw the times they were open and that they're closing November 17th, which I think is really not like the brightest thing, since November 19th is the anniversary of Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, and there'll probably be some festivities here that weekend. They probably should have stayed open at least another week, but they're closing for good. And it's basically an oddities store, so they have all kinds of weird stuff in there.
I posted a little video clip on our Instagram from inside there.
You did?
Yeah, that alligator man.
Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
So, anyways, I knew that they were closing, and so I asked the guy when we were leaving, hey, if you ever, are you moving, or are you just kind of moving places? Are you going to shut down for good? He said they were really going to shut down for good. I said, well, if you ever decide to part with any of the stuff in here, let me know, because I might be interested in some of it. And he's like, well, what do you want? Because pretty much all of it's going to be for sale. So I have to make some decisions, see if he wants to sell any of it to me, what his prices are going to be. I don't know what it's going to be, so we'll have to see. But yeah, so that's kind of exciting. I didn't think that he was gonna like take me up on it so quick. He's like, yeah, what do you want? It might be for sale, because most of it's gonna be for sale.
Yeah, that clown was kind of cool.
The giant
I was
clown?
gonna ask him about
Really?
that clown.
So
I never heard about that clown before.
John Wayne Gacy?
No, the one that had that little story about the little boy with the clown.
Oh, yes, that clown. The creepy clown.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have all kinds of stuff in there. They even had like a life-size version of the Last Supper built in, all the mannequins and everything set up like the Last Supper in there. It was kind of odd to be in there for that kind of a museum, I thought. What about you, dear?
Yeah, that was kind of strange.
It was kind of weird, and it was literally right across from the John Wayne Gacy stuff. So that was really, really weird. Some of it I think is obviously faked. So that's why I specifically said when I walked out, I'm like, any of the real stuff, any of the authentic items.
Here we go.
So.
Alright, now it's working.
Sid
Sid Harth, how you doing, buddy? Mona, hey. Joanne, yeah, we did come on early because the notifications weren't working. So if you guys can help us out, especially moderators and stuff, if you could help share this out and, so tell people that we're live. Our scheduled time's 5 o'clock, so, we're just going to ramble on here for a little bit to kind of bring you guys up to date where we're at, what's going on. Right now we are in the Abraham Lincoln
room.
Yeah, I was going to say suite. But I guess we're in the Abraham Lincoln room of the Farnsworth house. We spent the night here last night. We actually investigated the Farnsworth house last night. We did the basement.
We did the basement. We did the Sweeney room. We did the Sarah Black room. We did the attic. And we were supposed to do the Lee Mead dining room, but when we got in there, they just gave us water, pop, and sweetbread.
Yeah, I tried to do spirit box in there, but they kept...
Yeah.
So...
and then we also did the Grove as part of that as well.
Yeah,
so
we went down and investigated the Grove and got covered in mosquitoes. But we got footage for all you guys.
They want to see some of the room. Let me see. Let me see what I can do. I'll have to get down off the giant bed.
Yeah, this bed is literally about 4 feet up off the ground. She'll show you. Um, it's kind of crazy. It's like mountain climbing trying to get up here. So, yeah. But I'll tell you, what was the room we were in? What was the first one when we went in last night?
Sweeney?
The Sweeney room last night. There was probably about, I'm gonna guess, maybe 8 or 9 of us on that investigation. While we're in there talking and they're doing their thing with the dowsing rods and spirit box and all that stuff, the shower turned on by itself and then turned off by itself. It freaked out one of the guys. I mean, he was freaking out.
The
I'm
guide.
like, man, that's awesome. Was that the shower? He's like, I don't know, man. This water went on in there, and I went in there and I'm like looking around. Yep, it was the shower, and as weird as it turned on by itself, it
Like
shut off
15
by itself.
seconds later.
Yeah, so there was somebody in the group, and they're saying, "Well, I've heard about when pressure builds up and everything, and the water can kick on." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right, but it doesn't shut off by itself." And then they have these little books in each room that people, when they stay there, if they have paranormal claims, they write them in the book. I said, "You guys that read this book, did you hear anything about the shower going on?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah." And I'm like, "Well, what time did that happen?" There was like 3 or 4 people. You got pictures
I
of the
took
book.
pictures of the book, yeah.
3 or 4 people that reported that same phenomenon around the same time. How awesome is that? It was pretty cool. That is the best. I think that's ranked up there with the best paranormal experience we've had.
One of them.
So she's going to show you around the room. Do you want to flip
pick
it?
Yeah, we could do
We're
that.
going to flip it because it'll be a little bit easier.
Alright, so I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to take you on a little journey. Alright, so here's where you come in the door. Behind the door, they have some old newsprints about Abraham Lincoln. So those are there, kind of honoring him after his murder. And then, hey Sean, wave hello. There's the bed. Now check out how high he is. His feet don't touch the ground. And then there's the Abraham Lincoln rocking chair replica. And of course they have this big bureau, this cabinet. There's some claims in this room that fireplace there goes on its own and like roasts the people out. There were even some people here in, I think it were according to the book, and it came on and it was like 80 some degrees in here. They couldn't get it to turn off. And then they had to turn on the air conditioning in like February. So anyways, so there's that. And then on this side of the bed, they actually have a little step stool so that you can kind of walk up to the bed. There's Sean again. Whoop! I hit the bed. All right, then in here, this is the bathroom. Hi, you see me? So this is the bathroom. Don't mind, like Sean has his clothes in case he decides to put those back on to go back out into public again. And of course, the exciting pool toilet. And then of course there's like a jacuzzi, I guess, or something like that in here. The fireplace or not. There's a fauna save above the fireplace too.
Show them outside. Open the door. Show them outside the door.
Might be really loud when I open the door because at 5 o'clock they were to have a parade of chrome. And so there's like 20,000 motorcycles that are supposed to drive down the street. Hey! So here right outside our room there's this little seating area. And this leads into the Sweeney Tavern. And then this leads out to the garden where they have a little restaurant there. Again, we're in the Lincoln room. In case you didn't figure it out based on all the Lincoln motif. So it is a little bit loud out there, so we're just gonna stay put here. I'm gonna give this back up to the top. See if Sean can turn this back around, and I'll climb back on the bed on the other side.
All right, so there's a little tour of where we're staying. Marianne's climbing up on the mountain. All right, I think you got chat right here.
Okay.
I think.
Think.
All right, 7 people watching, 5 likes. Come on, smash that like button. Share us out. I think we're after 5, aren't we?
502. Yep. So
502.
Joanne says we held out on her. Hey, I asked you to stay longer. You said you couldn't. Let's see what else. But I did like the 1863. It was like awesome there.
I'd definitely go back there again.
Yeah. This place is nice, but it's very expensive. It's nice. It's haunted. It's very expensive. You know, all of the above.
Yeah.
And I personally thought that the 1863. I literally walked all over from there. I can walk all over from here too. But they didn't. They don't have an ice bucket.
Should be coming back.
They don't have an iron in here. I'm freaking out because I iron every day. Sean's freaking out. He can't have ice water.
Time to refresh if they lost the feed. We're not at the studio, so we got to go by self-service in our lovely YouTube app.
Yeah, Joanne says we're back.
Okay.
What else? Yeah, Sid says this is a bed for giants.
Yeah,
it definitely is. It's like super tall. Let's see here. Just Out and About said that's freaky. I don't know if that was about your water turning on story. That could have been. Or the fireplace turning on in this. I don't know. That could be too.
Pam's Great Adventures. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
You got Pam? I didn't see Pam. Oh, there she is. All right.
Yeah, we started a little bit earlier because there's Tracy. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
We started a little bit earlier because the notifications the last time we went live didn't work, and we didn't get the chance to set up our show.
Yeah.
And we're doing it from cell, so hopefully people will join us. Hopefully you guys will share it out on your Twitter and Facebook and all that other stuff, and tell people come to the party and come say hi.
Mountain Survival. Hello.
All right, so I'm going to give the first one. I'm going to do this several times throughout the show. We're probably going to go about an hour. It's going to get loud here in very near future because they're going to have a parade of motorcycles going right out down the street here. So bear with us. Hopefully we keep the cell signal. However, Marianne's got some great stuff she's going to share with you that's probably out in the car, isn't it?
I don't know. What is it?
Stuff for the giveaways.
Yes, it's all out in the car.
She's got some great stuff. We're going to, next week on our show, we're going to draw for artifacts from Gettysburg. Mm-hmm. Okay? And here's how you can enter to win it. Basically, you just send us an email to panicdvideos, just like our channel name, panicdvideos@gmail.com. panicdvideos@gmail.com. And in the subject, put in
Gettysburg Travel Week. GTW.
I was going to see if she remembered it. Hashtag GTW. Put that in the subject. Now, in order to win, you have to be a certified parapeep. In order to do that, you just smash that like button, you subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell. And then take a screenshot of that, if you haven't done it already, and aren't already certified, and send it along with that email. And that'll enter you to win it.
Yes, so, JDHJN asked if we ship outside the U.S. And
yes,
the answer
we
is
do.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Now, YouTube, I'm just going to tell you, YouTube, if you're watching this, I don't have the official rules on this video, but I will be adding them once I get to a point where I can set up my laptop. Normally, we stream live from our studio, and when I set that up, all the rules and everything are on the bottom, and one of it says you have to send us an email, and you have to do it within a week. Okay, so you have to do it before next show, next Saturday. Okay, um, and we do ship outside of the U.S.
Yeah. So they want to know what they can win.
We have some artifacts. What did you get? What's some of the things?
Well, I got a lot of stuff. It's what
It's
I'm
going to
willing
be
to
more
part
than.
with.
Listen, I'm going to tell you. It's probably we're going to be drawing more than 2. Okay, but we said last week people can enter. This week they can enter. Next week we're going to be drawing on our show from the studio. But what's some of the stuff that you got?
So I got a bunch of different bullets that were found in the area. So I have a whole bunch of those. Those are definite giveaways. There's other things that I purchased, but I don't know what I want to give away.
Depends on what she wants to part with.
And
Did we
pretty
get
much
did we get a piece of that thing?
No,
over?
but I will run across and get it.
One of the things is going to be a piece of a witness tree that was here during the battle.
Yeah, I have to run across and get it.
And when Abraham Lincoln came right down the street right here, right out in front, came right past here to give the Gettysburg Address. So a piece of that tree, one of the giveaways is going to be that for sure, definitely.
Yes. So Pam says that Mountain Survival must have done some really cool video we missed. Joanne wanted to know if I went to Little Drummer Boy, and yes, I did. But I only went for a real short time. I probably will walk back there again at some point soon.
You're going to have to do it soon because we're leaving soon. Just saying.
I wish I could ship you guys home some ice cream.
Yeah, we got to get caught up on videos because we are in travel mode, and this room's not real conducive of setting up the laptop. Actually, there's no desk or anything in here.
Yeah, there's
and the tables and stuff are kind of set up for display mode and everything, so I really didn't even get the laptops out. So we got to get caught up on everyone's videos and all that other stuff, but it's one thing we're going to do when we get home. So.
Yeah, Mr. G's is the best ice cream in town for sure. It's literally directly right across the street from Farnsworth House. So
we might go there tonight.
You might go there tonight because I was thinking about going. I don't know what time they close. I think they close at maybe 10.
Well, I'm not going to go without you.
We'll get some ice cream. So, okay. I think we're caught up in like what people are chatting about. So I don't know. Was there something else specific that you guys were thinking that should be a giveaway? Hold on here before I lose stuff. I did go to a place I found that I really, really liked, and I got a whole bunch of stuff. But I know I purchased this for me, so And Joanne says yes and no. What you want, I will not be getting as a giveaway. If I'm not allowed, you're not allowed.
What are you talking about? That coat down there, Little Drummer Boy?
Little Drummer
Absolutely
Boy.
not.
Yeah, they have an old medical coat with blood stains on it. Super cool.
No.
What about the house dress one with the blood all over it next to it? You didn't see that.
I didn't go down to Little Drummer Boy.
I know you didn't.
I hate that store. It's expensive.
It is. It's very expensive. The other place that I found, they were a little bit less expensive, but they liked me a lot because I bought several items from there.
All right, so we don't have, you left everything out in the car, so you can't show them.
I can't show them anything.
Can't show them anything. Well, what were some of the pieces that you bought
for your eBay? A copy of the Gettysburg Address.
Might be able to do that.
I could probably
might be
handle
able to
that.
swing that.
Yeah.
Actually, I know right where we can get one.
The ones at the Rook House?
Yep. And they actually have here's another thing,
That's a good one, too. We should get one of those.
You know what? We'll do this, too, as a giveaway. They put out this poster, David Wills did, when they decided to
collect the bodies and make a national cemetery.
Why don't you just tell them?
That's okay. Go ahead.
So he put this poster out all through town asking for bids for people to go out and collect the bodies and bring them to the National Cemetery. And they have a replica of that poster. That'd be kind of cool. We'll get one of those. Would you guys be interested in winning one of those?
It's a replica.
It's a replica. It's not the original, but hey, it's actually kind of cool. So
Sid Harth wants us to give away some blessings. There you go, right there. A blessing for you, Sid.
Oh, this is not.
So maybe I'll
we'll have to go
jaunt
back down there. Are they still open?
I think they're still
Tomorrow?
open. Oh yeah, they're open tomorrow. Yeah, they're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only.
Okay.
Hmm. So I can stop by.
You left your crossword puzzle out in the car too, didn't you?
Of course I did.
Yep.
Yeah, everything's out in the car.
So what were some of the pieces that you got though? You could tell them about.
That I got for me?
That you got for you. Not for giveaways. So let's do the Marianne eBay update. Graphics.
So I went over to the one shop that I buy a bunch of stuff on eBay from, and I bought several items from him. He's kind of on the expensive side too, but nothing like what I originally purchased, some of his items. But I bought like 4 things from him and rang up the price, and of course he was nice to me because I bought like a lot of stuff. But anyhow, when he gave me the total, I'm like, gee, that's less than I paid for one of your items on eBay one time. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, what piece was it? And I told him, and he's like, yeah, we have tons of Jenny Wade bricks here. Like, I could just make those up all day. Like,
all right, so we got some questions to know what that sound is in the background. It's probably the air conditioner. This thing never shuts off.
Yeah, never at all.
So that's probably what you're hearing.
It
is
sounds
that air
like water,
conditioner.
maybe.
Yeah, it's like a little hissing thing, and then it kicks on when it blows cold air.
Yeah.
But it never shuts off. Ever.
It's like background white noise all the time.
Yeah. So, but that's okay because it's keeping it cool in here. It is hot out there. Very hot. Okay. Are you in a B&B? We are actually in the Farnsworth house, bed and breakfast. Yes. Right outside these doors, just down the hallway, is actually the Farnsworth restaurant where we're going to go when we cut off this live stream. We're going to go get something to eat. That's right here.
They actually have 3. They have the Sweeney Tavern, which has memorabilia from the movie Gettysburg in it because it was filmed here. Mm-hmm. And then the second one they have is the Garden Cafe. And then they also have the Lee Mead Dining Room. And that's inside the main house.
Yeah, we were in there last night. We did an investigation here last night. And staying around. Okay, it sounds like an old steam pipes. Yeah, it does. It's a little loud. Sorry, but it's louder outside.
Oh,
you guys can't hear the motorcycles. But
yeah,
actually, I hear them starting to rumble down the road right now.
They were right. They told us it would probably be at about 5:15.
Yeah. We just left. We booked down here from the train station. We were down way north of the circle. And they said, because we heard somebody at the Rupp House, she said, yeah, don't get caught in town during the Parade of Chrome. And I thought she was just joking because the locals don't like the motorcycles in here. And I thought she was just calling. We're doing some B-roll footage, and of course I had to buy another book. But they said, yeah, you better get back down to the Farnsworth before 5 something, before the Parade of Chrome starts. I'm like, oh crap, they were serious. So
Tracy says, is it haunted? Yes, this is a haunted B&B.
This is actually rated the number 2 haunted
building in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And Joanne says, tell them about the lady who said she heard about your tours.
I don't know what that's about.
So we were someplace, and Seminary Ridge, I believe. We were up going through the building up on Seminary Ridge, the Lutheran facility. And we were wearing our shirts, and they're like, did you go on that tour? I hear they're good. I want to go on that one.
Oh, we had the R100 travel. Oh, and I gave her a card.
Yeah, we're like, we don't do tours here in town.
Yeah, she was a school teacher. Yeah. She was there. And I said, well, we're here. This is us. We're on YouTube. Here's our card. So hopefully she'll join us. Become a parapet.
Maybe.
Cool. So that spot, we did that. I probably gave away about maybe 10 cards all week, just talking to people. And
yeah, just 10.
Now I'm going to tell you about 95% of the locals in town. They're very nice. Come on in. Like the oddities will come on in, take pictures, not a problem, great, it's been wonderful. The other 5%, I'm not even going to mention their names. We are not ever going back to there again, and that's a shame because we spent a lot of money in there. But not mention them. I was going to do a little video and tell them, hey, go take their tours and do this kind of stuff. And I hope they see this video. But they were very, very, very rude to us. And I think I slammed the door on the way out. But, we were there several times.
Yeah, we've done several tours with them, and we've purchased equipment from them, and we were actually, I think, the first person to buy one of their pieces of equipment that they had just come out with, and
Yeah, I have a half of mine just to box up and send it back.
send it back.
I even have their T-shirts and I wear them. And
Yeah.
every time I talk to somebody at home, I'm like, hey, go check these people out. They're awesome and do all that stuff. And
Are you retiring those shirts now?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm not going to advertise them anymore. There's just no reason for people to... And the only thing we did was we were being nice. We said, hey, we're here. We're stopping by, checking you guys out. We always like to do that when we're in Gettysburg. Would you mind if we go back and just get some footage for our videos and stuff we make? No, sorry. Can't do it. We have our own YouTube channel. I'm like, well, obviously you don't know anything about collabs or anything like that, or the Parapeeps. Where have you been?
Yeah. So
I didn't say all that.
No.
I was thinking it.
Yeah, but I did say that. Well, that's too bad. I guess I'll just use the video and pictures that I have from last time we took your tour. Bye. And then we went up, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, that was a shame.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
That was that place, and this was like
Should
the
have
same
done
day.
it and then asked for
There was something
forgiveness
else.
later.
There was something else that happened that day too. I was like really getting irked. What else
Yeah,
was
there was two things that one same day. Oh, and then when we went to lunch, they wouldn't let us have a table until Joanne was there.
Yes. Have you guys ever heard of that? We is that when we got here?
No, it was the second day. I could say where it was, but I
don't say it was. I think that's when we got here because they were out at the.
They went out to Eisenhower.
Yes, you're right.
And they
It was
were
the
coming
second
back.
day. It was the second day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we go to the restaurant, and we're like, "There's going to be 4 of us." We were out walking around, a little parched. Went and sit down, get something to drink, whatever. Sorry, we can't see you to your entire party here. Not saying that you're a liar.
Literally, he said that, which means, yeah, you think we're liars.
And I think that was right after the other ones that said I could not record, so I wasn't in a good mood. But anyways, everything worked out, so it was all good.
But I love the fact that Joanne got there like a minute and a half after they turned us away.
I was not really late, but...
After they said that they would, it'll probably be a half hour, or maybe there aren't even any other people here.
Can you guys hear the motor? You hear them?
If I open the door, they'll hear them for sure.
I hope it doesn't get real too loud, so... Just the AC.
Just the AC?
Okay.
What are you touching?
I don't know. Here, you take that. You do that part.
Alright.
I feel lost doing the show here without the computer and the screens.
You don't have all your little toys.
Showing pictures, and we're gonna have to skip the shout out this week. The show producers, I can't even bring up our Twitter account.
Oh yeah, because that Twitter's
I
on.
I can't log in. I forget
your
what the
Twitter's on that one.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You guys don't care, do you? Do you care?
We'll just have to make up for it.
You're not
next
gonna.
week.
You're not gonna drop us. You're not gonna drop subs, are you? We'll make up for it next week. I'll have fireworks or something. Maybe cannon.
Alright, I was sneezing like crazy after I got out of that field of
Okay, she
stuff.
mentioned this earlier in the stream. I'm gonna have to give my wife props on here, but she did something, and I told her not to do it. I'm like, don't.
But
do
I
it.
needed to do
But
it for you.
she did it for you guys. We have some great videos coming out just from some of the footage that we did. We're gonna do one. I don't know what we're gonna call it. Maybe following LinkedIn or something like that, where it shows the train station we come in and coming down to the cemetery, and she recorded the Gettysburg Address right where it was, and we got footage of the cemetery and then of the church where he went and met with John Burns.
And they had a patriotic rally.
Yeah, and then you know, we got taps in the cemetery, so that's going to be an awesome video. We're going to got another video coming out. There's actually a museum that has dioramas. Marion's like, whatever. But they have dioramas of, and all the little soldiers are cats. Little tiny little cats.
Yeah, the only thing, it's cool that they literally mold every single one of those little tiny cats.
Yeah, tiny little cat soldiers.
Yes, cats.
And they even like pose them like they're falling over rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
And hopefully you guys caught our video. I did post a video in between the live stream. Go back and catch it. It's the Dinosaur Prince of Gettysburg, and we did a video and took little Boris out there, and
little Boris had a blast there.
he had a blast.
Yeah.
And kind of shows you where that's at. And our live streams, all of them have been pretty cool. Those of you who may have missed the one from yesterday, since the notifications didn't go out.
Some people did see it though, because my mom was already talking about it today.
We got some people that commented on the replay. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. We've been doing it all week, and then yesterday it didn't do it. I'm like sitting there talking like nobody's watching, but I just kind of recorded it anyways. But yeah, that area that was out there, they reported the woman in white out there.
Yes.
And we'll do a location video on Spangler Springs too. So a location week.
Yeah. So Joanne says that Boris has done a lot on vacation. He has. There's a few places he didn't take pictures. He was taking pictures of us.
Okay.
But the cat place, Joanne, since you know where I'm talking about, orphanage, right? The orphanage, the other building that they're in scene of the orphanage. That's where it's at. The cats are in that extra building that's also about the orphanage. So that's where that's at.
Boy, it's loud out there now. Ooh. Look, that's done with.
Yeah, I hope so. But anyhow, so this room here that we're in, the Lincoln room, there's a couple paranormal claims in here. There's a claim of a shadow person. There's a claim of, as I had mentioned, the fire on. I had mentioned that one already. There's a report of potentially a soldier who came in to get warm and to take a load off, and then sits there and puts his shoes back on, gets himself ready, and then he leaves. There's reports of the bed shaking. There's reports of someone puffing on them, like going. And there's reports of somebody feeling like somebody is pushing down on the pillow next to them, like pushing down. So there's lots of reports in here. I didn't have any experiences last night. Didn't have any experiences last time we stayed in this room either.
No, but we've been kind of
very, very busy and
busy, and then it was time to sleep.
So maybe tonight.
I don't know. We're going to do a little investigation in here tonight, probably EVP
maybe stir it up a little bit.
In a little bit here, guys, before we go off, we'll do a spirit box and see if we hear anything. All right, so we got...
PSPR has joined us.
Hello, PSPR. Hey, if you can help share this out, because I don't think the notifications went out, of course. That'd be awesome. Nice to see you guys. Let's see. There was a question.
There was a question? I missed a question?
Yeah, where Marion was sitting, was that the spring, and was it running water? Yes.
Yes to both.
Excuse me.
That was one of those motorcycles. But I swear, they just like to make it as loud as they possibly can. I can say that I think that the spirits kind of run and hide when Bike Week happens. That's just my...
Was that? Oh, those are the motorcycles.
What
was that? Parade of motorcycles going in front of the building. Yeah, sounded like a chainsaw.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys have missed You guys missed the
Yeah,
garage.
you missed them.
It was bad when you
Aw.
guys were leaving, but I'm in traffic trying to drive
Oh
around.
yeah, it's
It's
really bad right
crazy.
now.
But one thing that's really cool about Gettysburg is probably about 11 o'clock.
Everything's silent.
It's eerily quiet.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Last night after, while we were out investigating, we were hungry. We didn't eat. So we came in here and kind of grubbed a little bit on crackers.
Stuff that I brought
stuff
tuna
like that.
and crackers and stuff like that for us. So.
I wanted to go sit outside.
Yeah. Could have.
Maybe tonight we'll go.
Okay.
Did you collect some water, Marianne? Ooh.
No, I did not.
Spangler Spring water.
I did not.
She didn't have a container.
I did not. Yeah. That air. It's kind of interesting. They have like a little cover over the spring, and it's got a padlock on it and everything. But it still trickles out, and then it goes down this drain that they have there. I did touch the water though. I did put my fingers down in the water and touch it, and it was really cool. It was really cold, and I didn't drink any though, even though that's what it was originally for, because it was completely filled with like this green mossy algae stuff.
Well, Sean, what did you eat for lunch? Well, to be honest, I didn't have lunch.
Today,
While we're traveling, we conserve on our food.
yes.
And it's not probably the most healthiest thing to do, but we only have 2 meals. And since we're staying at a bed and breakfast, we had breakfast at 9-ish.
9:30. Yeah.
Something like that. So we haven't ate since then. So
Yeah.
when we're done here, we're going to try to grab a bite because Marianne wants to go up and catch something up in the square. So.
Yeah, and he doesn't do all that well after he ingests food.
No.
So we're trying to
Digesting.
get at least a segment of the day where he can go out and play.
Yesterday was a good day. I actually had a pretty good day yesterday till I ate. And then,
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
that was the end of that.
So.
So.
All the MC clubs hit United. All the MC clubs hit United. The morning we were there.
Oh, they were headed to Gettysburg.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So we were thinking about hitting that on the way back too. However, if I'm kind of feeling decent, well, if I'm feeling decent, we're just going to drive right on through. I'm not going to stop. If I'm not feeling it, we'll probably stop. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're playing it by ear. Just kidding, Cousin Noise. I knew you were kidding, Cousin Noise.
What was she kidding about?
What did I have for lunch?
Oh.
So see, Joanne's got video. She videoed it. So did you record it? If you have it, then we might steal some of her video and put it on our channel.
Yeah, could do that.
Not steal it. Ask her.
I'm sure she would
It'll
let
be
us
contributed by
Joanne. We'll have to see. We'll see how you do.
Yes, I sure did. So say, hey, if you want to donate your video to the channel,
We've been there before, a couple years ago, so we have some photographs.
I'll edit it up and do a little video and put it out there about the Flight 93 Memorial.
Yeah, we were there. We have photographs of it from 5 years ago.
I will tell you folks this. I'm not going to do this because I think it's a little too soon. I'm not going to do a ghost stories and folklore about the Flight 93 Memorial, but there are claims there, which is, so we'll do a little video about that so you guys can see that, because it's actually halfway, so. I keep moving back here, but my legs are falling asleep.
I think, because I thought we were like sitting
Yeah,
up
we were
further.
up closer. Maybe pull that back. I don't know. I keep moving back because I'm trying to touch my legs out there going. Can we tilt it down a little bit?
I think we're okay that way.
Okay. There we go. There we go. What do we got? We got 7. It keeps going 7, 5, 7, 5. You're probably seeing, people laying in bed. What are they doing?
What did you say earlier? You said we were playing Yoko and.
Yeah, John and Yoko.
Yeah. They did a lot of their.
We're boycotting the Chrome Parade.
Yeah.
They were doing the Vietnam War.
Yeah, I was kind of excited. I thought I'd have something exciting to show you
Should we
for
start
that.
singing?
No, because
All
outside,
we are saying.
because outside on the one building, there's this big banner and it says, 5 o'clock Saturday, they're gonna have this battle in the streets, and it was gonna be a military battle of the Civil War. They were gonna have it playing out in the streets. I'm like, that's like right when we go live. We should start our show from out there. And then I asked about it. They're like, oh no, that was last weekend. And then we find out that the Parade of Chrome is at 5. We're like, yeah, we're not taking you on Sunday to see the Parade of Chrome. It's not Gettysburgy.
So Mona wants to know, is everything in that room original?
No.
Mona, I don't think anything in here is
anything
actually
is.
original. I think it's just replicated.
You know what? The newspapers maybe they look.
That's not.
No, the newspapers behind the door.
Yeah, those
They might be. And then there's some period items in the room, but all of the prints and everything, those are all just replica.
This part of the building was not here during the battle.
Correct.
This is an addition, and then they added on the back of the house and put the restaurant in and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
The main house that we investigated last night was here during the battle and was a field hospital.
Yeah.
Thank you,
and
buddy. PSPR. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we were we stayed in the Sweeney room in the main house before, and we stayed in the Eisenhower room in the main house before. The Sweeney room, I believe, is in it's in the first section, which is actually the second part of the building that was built. It was an addition at the time, and then the back section of the main building, that's where the Eisenhower room is, and that was here. That was part of the original house. Then they built the brick facade on the front and added on the space. Those two sections were here during battle.
This is
this is the garden suites.
This is wallpaper behind us, and then the chair rub below is like textured. It's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
I licked it. No, I didn't. I touched it. I didn't lick it. I didn't have an alcoholic drink.
Oh, goodness gracious. What else we got?
I think we answered it.
Okay.
So
anyways, we've stayed here. This is the fourth room this is like the third room, but this is the second time we've been in here. The last time we were here, we stayed in the the Eisenhower room, and then we stayed in the Lincoln room. The time before that, we stayed in the Sweeney room. This time we're staying in the Lincoln room. He likes this bed, even though it's like a giant bed.
It's comfortable.
He likes it. Plus, it has a big bathroom, whereas the ones in the main house, they're really a lot smaller.
Tiny little bathroom, big man, doesn't work too good.
I like staying in the main house better, but it's nice. It's like really nice out here, but I like staying in the actual old portion of the building. So the Eisenhower room is in the original part of the building. The Sweeney room is in the new addition part of it. Right, it actually sits above the Mead Lee dining room, and the Mead Lee dining room was what they used as the Civil War hospital room.
Yeah, that was the surgical room.
Yeah.
You got pictures and video from that last night, right?
I didn't take video in there, but I took a couple pictures in there. I have taken pictures in there before.
Okay.
It was hard to take pictures in
Furniture,
the
wallpaper,
Sarah Black
picture
room
on the
and in the Sweeney room. I didn't take any pictures in the Sweeney room last night, except for in the bathroom when the water went off.
Yeah, it was kind of hard. There was a lot of people on that. We were all crammed in.
And at 3 o'clock night, there ended up being 13 people, and then the one worker, the one guide, his mom came in later, and they let her on the tour.
She was nice though.
She was nice, but it just kept up. The group kept expanding, which I didn't.
Yeah,
like.
we got a lot of B-roll from here. We'll do a little bit more before we leave to the outside of the building.
Yeah.
So maybe get some later after all the.
And I was disappointed. I was disappointed on the ghost hunt, to be honest. You were too.
Yeah,
Because
it was supposed to be a paranormal investigation.
it
They
was for
just kept on.
Midland.
But when we went out in the Grove and did that,
We
her
kind
and
of
I kind of went off
separated
our
on
own
our own
separate
and
ways.
went on our way.
And it was hard to do that in the other rooms.
Right.
And then finally it got to the point where I just recorded their equipment instead of pulling my stuff out.
Yeah.
So
But
we're
also,
pixelated now.
aw. But also, in the attic. Last time I was here, I got to sit right in front of the window where the sharpshooter supposedly shot out.
Maybe refresh.
For
I don't know.
here, you want me to like angle?
No, if it's pixelated, it's not us. It's the signal. It's better.
Okay.
I hate live stuff.
Anyways,
If we're not using our landline.
yeah. Anyways, I was able to sit right there in front of the window, look out the window. I sat there for like a half an hour. They now have built a plexiglass wall there, and you can't go through there anymore. They said it's unsafe. Dude, it was safe 5 years ago. Put a little bit of money in it. But, yeah. They're like, we don't want people falling out of the window up there because that's the original window. Well, okay. But they have it, it's like right there at the door to come up into the attic. They put a plexiglass wall right there and you can't go beyond it. So that was kind of very disappointing because I was literally excited about going back to that spot again. And I did not get to. So, that brought
I don't think we
No.
had to worry about bringing George. There's probably others in here.
Yeah, I think there's what?
Let's see, shall we?
I think I bought a book last time I was here about the ghosts of the Farnsworth. I think there were like 15 ghosts of the Farnsworth.
There's a ton
house.
of them. There's a little boy named Jeremy.
Yeah.
There's a
Cecilia.
We were getting Thomas last night.
There's the nursemaid.
He was screwing with the spirit box last night.
Yeah.
I think she went through. I lost count, but at least 8 different batteries.
And
it was
9
crazy.
volt batteries, and those are, 9-volt batteries are not generally going to run out that quick. But.
No.
So you're going to start a spirit box session?
Sure is.
Should I find my recorder? Or are you just going to do it live?
We'll just do it live.
Okay.
Can you guys hear that?
Probably not. It's really far away from the
Why?
thing.
I could turn it up.
But the bed's absorbing all the sound.
Speakers are here.
Cool.
Awesome. Tracy, will you do me a huge favor on that video? Can you go back to that and leave that as a comment? Because you know what? I'm sorry, I'll forget. Just leave that at that time.
And the time. Mark the time.
And then I can go back and pull it out.
You have 2110 or 2140 listed.
So we'll see if anything comes through. It may not, because there's
All
stuff
those
going
motorcycles out there. They may have gone to watch the motorcycle crones.
Could be. So if there's any spirits in this building, you're welcome to come and join us. Come on down to the party and speak with us.
Get away from all those loud, noisy motorcycles.
You're permitted to use any of these devices. You're not allowed to use. Is there anybody here with us that would like to leave us a message? Okay. Said the obvious.
Said something. I'm gonna turn the office on. It's gonna shout out 2 words they're not going to be anything. They're just going to be calibration rooms.
So I'm running the spirit box right here. That's the sound you guys hear.
Oh.
Can you guys hear this? Can you tell us how many spirits are here at Farnsworth? So we did get some evidence last night. Pretty cool. I hope I gotta go back and listen to the recording. I hope we got that water turning on in that shower. That was crazy.
Yeah, I hope the audio of that came out. Because
We had the
clearly we didn't
recorders
have any video footage, set in the bathroom.
Everyone was like in the main room, and the other guy was standing like outside the door of the bathroom, like in a little hallway to go out.
And I was standing next to him.
Yeah, and he was like, I heard the water come on. He goes, oh my God, the shower just kicked on. And I turned around, I'm like, that's freaking awesome. And he's like freaking out.
Not if you're standing next to it.
Then
yeah.
And why do you gotta go to this,
Yeah, but he was standing there in the little hallway next to the bathroom, next to me.
I was really
and he
excited.
was like petrified.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I charged into that bathroom with the K2 meter, and I'm like, who's in here?
Yeah.
What's going on? That was fun.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's number one. I think that's number one as far as activity. The water actually turning on. And it was reported claims on that. I think they said 3 or 4 different people stated that happening around that time.
I took pictures of 3 or 4 pages from in the little night journals that said that. Nice on the obelisk.
Getting goosebumps. She got goosebumps last night right before the...
Yeah.
This thing kicks on, bro.
I don't. Which is...
I tell you what, can you turn bathroom?
That
would be awesome. We would know definitely that you are.
We might lose the camera because we'll jump off the bed and bounce it away, but that would be awesome. If you're the soldier that sometimes...
Well, I'll tell you, my name is Sean.
And I'm Mary Ann.
Can you tell us your name? That's okay if you don't want to tell us your name, but can you one of our names? We just told you our names. Can you say one of our names back? I think it's just too busy.
This area was occupied by Confederates. How do you like this room being the Lincoln Room? Spirit.
Do you guys have any questions you'd like to ask? Leave them in the chat. We'll ask questions.
Mm-hmm. Here for the battle or for the Lincoln address?
Again, guys, if you haven't entered for the Gettysburg giveaway, make sure you shoot us an email. Why is that not showing up on there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Make sure you send us an email to panicdvideos, that's our channel name, at gmail.com with proof that you freaking go.
Last night, we were up in the attic and they asked how many soldiers were up there. And clear as day, Kayers were in here, so that's why I brought up the story from last night. So if you want to ask,
can you tell us how many spirits are in the Lincoln bedroom? I'll try to slow this one down a little bit.
I was trying to get you to put the angle that towards them so that we can hear it better. But then it said something. I thought it sounded like the Statue of Lincoln.
Thanks, picking up the radio station.
Yeah, we're gonna make it more faster. Again, by the way. So Richard wanted to know if they know the war is over.
Do you know the war has ended? Do you know which side won? If you can't get up enough energy to speak into the spirit box, that's okay, but you can leave. Just let us know you're. You heard 7? Can you tell us what year it is?
keep it in the middle of it because it doesn't. If it's all comfy. Just saying. We heard that some of the children from the orphanage had come here. Are you one of those, or do you hear of someone that was?
Somebody was smacking this wall right here. There's a room on the other side of this wall. Yeah. I should have tagged that. Sorry.
There are reports also of like things up on in the bathroom, like tapping and things like that. I've heard a lot of that, but it seems like it's stuff that's hitting the roof. So I think it's like plant life and that.
Okay.
That's my guess, because if you go out into the garden area, there's like a lot of lush greenery up there.
I really wish you would come and communicate with us. I know that a lot of stuff going on outside.
Maybe
Nothing
later.
new today. Okay.
Hopefully you come and visit with us later.
Alright, we'll try again later.
Thank you
So
for
thank
trying.
you.
Now I have the hiccups.
Got the hiccups?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my PowerPoint, so I don't know.
Well, why don't you tell them how to become a parakeet?
Alright, so if you have not become a certified parapeep yet, here's what you got to do. You need to like one of our videos. If you like this one, hopefully you have. Great. Leave us a comment. If you left us a comment, let you know you're here. You already done that. Share us out. That'd be nice. Subscribe and ding the bell. Send us a screenshot that you did that and email it to panicdvideos, just like our channel name, panicdvideos@gmail.com. And if you put onto that the subject #GTW, you'll be entered to win something from Gettysburg, which will be drawing all that next week.
Mm-hmm.
We already got some entries in.
Yep.
So
we sure do. Because we were doing that from this past week and this week also. We're going to give away 2 of them for sure. And we'll see what else we can come up with.
See, I don't have my studio here, so I can't set up the dig.
Yes, so we did mention last week that we would do it. Not this week, we'd do it the following week as
duplicate them.
So let's see. So did you guys hear anything exciting in the spirit box session? Tracy thought she heard a couple of things.
Now, also, if you guys hear something that we don't hear, please leave us a comment here in the chat, because sometimes the phone will pick up stuff. It'll act as a recorder, especially when we invite the spirits in to come in and communicate. You never know what's going to happen. So they could leave it there. We don't have our recorders going. Should have. But we have the office going.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically recording it live to you guys. So if you hear something, but there is thumping going on behind us.
Yeah.
Must be remodeling.
I don't know. There's 3 rooms that are supposedly the most haunted in this building, and that's the McFarlane room, the Sarah Black room, and the Sweeney room. Again, we stayed in the Sweeney room previous to this trip.
Sweeney room's really, really, really tiny.
The
Sweeney room is the room that the shower came on.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
kind of small.
When I booked this hotel for us to come this time, there were just 2 of the garden rooms that actually had vacancies. Everything else they said was already rented. And I found it interesting that last night both the Sarah Black room and the Sweeney room were empty, and we investigated in them. So I don't know if they like pretend booked them so that they would be available for that, or what. But I would have preferred to stay in the Sarah Black.
In the front, the Sarah Black room.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say Sarah Black. That
Sarah
room's,
Black.
But Sweeney did have some activity last night. So
I bet you it
would be horrible staying in the Sarah Black room because it's right on the street in the old part of the building, and you hear a squirrel clawing up the tree.
Ask the obelisk a yes or no question.
Oh, we could try that.
Do you have a yes or no question thought out?
Oh, think of one. Maybe. My hands are full.
Oh, it doesn't want to. It says no. So do you have a yes or no question?
Oh, let me think. Okay.
The auto sounds better. I'm assuming audio, and I don't hear as many of those motorcycles going down now.
Maybe the parade's
Plus
over.
we turned the SB7 off. We were doing a session there. The yes signal. Yes, the signal is strong now. Okay. That's good. I guess that means our signal.
All right. Well, this thing keeps going to true no matter what. I haven't even asked the question yet. Can you just stop for a second? Let me ask a question. Just stop. Let me ask a question. There we go. All right. If you were here during the war, can you light this up green? Put it up green. Mm-hmm. All right. Now I'm going to ask you another question. Okay? I'm going to ask you the same question. If you were here during the war, can you light it up red? It lit up red.
Well, now
it's green. Now it's green.
It likes green better.
Okay, just leave it in the center. Go back to the center. Try to leave it in the center. Okay. Mm-hmm. This thing's real sensitive.
Were you from Ohio?
What color do you want to line it up?
Turn it red if you were from Ohio.
It just went red. Now it keeps going to red.
Well, that's interesting because this area was supposedly
Louisiana.
Right. I actually asked a sort of question that would be a trick question.
Let me flip this back over to the dictionary. We just changed it.
We just put it in last night.
Yeah, I think it needs batteries again. This is not saying it all the way. Okay. Can you focus your energy and tell us what state you were from? I think the battery.
That has been an issue here the last 2 days.
Yeah, I don't know how many batteries we went through. It's just sucking down the battery like crazy, which happens in Gettysburg a lot. Actually, the phone right now is running off of a
power bank.
Power bank, which that's a battery. Let's see. Spread. Okay, but you didn't tell me what state you were from. Can you tell them? Can you whisper it in the camera and tell them what state you were from?
So the piece of equipment is the Ovilus. And basically this has a couple of different features on this one. This is using a dictionary that's in here, and it's just recording words that the energy seems to, I guess, recommend.
Well, it's based off of EMF, kind of
Okay.
like our K2 meters, electromagnetic field. And it takes the electromagnetic field. If you see those little,
Probably
I'm
just
too
another
close to the
word.
phone. Yeah, said erase. Oh, hope it's not erasing the dictionary. But if you see the little things up at the top here, that's the EMF. So what it does is it takes those and it converts them. But you didn't hear that word. You didn't hear it say erase all the way out. So that's kind of telling us the batteries are starting to go on it.
What happened to the horse? Which horse? I don't understand. We didn't talk about a horse today, so
I don't
unless the
think we did.
spirits did. But I can tell you a story about a horse. The hotel, or the Farnsworth, um, back at the time, I think it was right after the battle. It wasn't during the battle, but that's where Jeremy came from. Was that he was out in the street playing, and they had a game they used to play which was kind of like tag, but instead of tagging each other they would run out and tag a horse. So they'd run out and hit a horse as it came by with the carriage, and then they run back out of the way, and he did that and got run over.
Yeah, that's funny that you would ask about the horse.
Yeah.
That is a story related to the farm.
And they brought him in here. They brought him up to the Sarah Black room, and there he died. But as far as the horse, I don't know what happened to the horse. I assume that they just galloped on their way. I don't know if they had hit and run type thing, or if he stopped, or I don't know that part of the story. But I do know that that's where the entity Jeremy supposedly entered the Farnsworth from. Psycho Axeman said exactly why I asked. Okay, so you've heard the Jeremy story then. Yeah,
so
I
what
don't
happened
know.
to the horse?
Do you
that
know what
killed
happened to the
Jeremy?
horse?
I don't know.
Do you know?
It's a good question.
Mary Ellen Clark, hello, hello.
So if you guys haven't done so, make sure you check out each other's channels. Got some great creators in here. See some of their videos. I know PSPR's in here. He did an investigation again last night, so I'm sure he's going to be having some great stuff coming out. Check out everyone's channels. And don't forget, if you want to win something that we find here from Gettysburg, send us an email to panicdvideos@gmail.com. And if you're not a certified parapeep, just go ahead and hit the subscribe, ring the bell, take a screenshot, send it with that email, #GTW, and we'll get you a certificate being certified parapeep and enter you into next week's drawing.
Yep.
Marianne's getting something. Where's the little Boris at? Is he out in the car?
Little Boris is relaxing in the car. Yeah.
Getting sunbathed?
Yeah. Psycho Axeman says that the horse got hit by a car. But what's really funny is in this book, that's the people who stay here in the room, they drew a horse.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
That's creepy.
Yeah. So, said, could you perhaps expand in the future a room for steeds to honor the horse who died, I know this would be a hit.
Wow. Psycho Axeman. Did you read that book? Did you see that she?
Or are you um, the Eglis Psycho Axeman, or is this you? Did you write it in the book?
Wow, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Freaking me out there a little bit, actually.
So, let's see. Anybody want me to read one of the people's accounts from the book?
Yeah, do a couple.
Do a couple of them? I'll find one that had an actual experience. Because sometimes people just wrote in here that, you know, it was a really great room and everything. They didn't have any experience, but they really liked it.
Psycho Axeman says, "Nope, I'm just psycho."
Okay.
That's all right, bud.
That's...
I love those videos that you do too with the golf one where you're in a room and it's just smashing everything. I like playing them at work. It calms me down.
There was one in here that had a lot of planes. This one said that they had 2 experiences in the room. On our way to dinner, we were discussing the framed newspapers near the door, the ones that I showed you guys earlier and I was talking about, just before they left the room. When they came back to the room, the picture frame in direct sight of opening the door was crooked. Of course, they accused each other of moving the frame, but they did not. Later, they went on a ghost hunt, and their guide asked the spirits if anyone visited their Lincoln room. The reply was, Sissy did. That night, they went to bed, and at some point, person, I don't know if it's a he or she, said, I was awoken from a pressure on my pillow. It felt like someone was leaning over me, close to my ear, and then I heard a child's giggle. Then it was gone. Absolutely enjoyed our stay. That was in June of 2017. Let's see here. There was another one that had a ton of stuff that I read earlier. Let's see here. They heard a scream in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. Sounded like someone in pain.
Mary Ellen Clark said, "Yikes." We're a little creepy. We like looking for these places and staying here. We want to experience these type of things. I don't know. It took me the longest time to want to stay at a bed and breakfast.
This was actually the first one I talked him into staying at too. Yeah. We stayed in the Sweeney room that night.
Yeah, I really didn't want to because I didn't want to. I don't want to be bothered when I'm resting, sleeping, whatever.
I don't mind.
She don't care. And then I get to thinking, hey, when we rent the room, we can investigate the room. Why not?
So, exactly.
Yeah. Are you sure this is the first one? No, we stayed at bed and breakfast in St. Augustine. After here?
Mm-hmm. This was the first one that I got you to agree to. Farnsworth, Sweeney room.
Well, we were in St. Augustine in 2010. We were here in 2013. Wasn't it?
But we stayed in a hotel there. We stayed in bed and breakfast when we went back last year.
Okay.
This one here's from October. Said, lovely room, enjoyed our stay.
Doing?
For some unexplained reason, fireplace did not shut off. We awoke at 3 a.m., extremely hot in the room, had to turn on the air even though it was in the 40s outside. Strange. The fireplace, we used it earlier in the evening and this morning, and these times it worked fine.
There's a lot of reports about that fireplace over there kicking on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you have something else in the chat?
Psycho Axeman says, I love this book.
I know.
Each room in the Farnsworth, each room has these books. And what they tell you to do is if you don't read the book, of course, people are going to read the books as they come in. but they tell you don't read the book until you're getting ready to leave, and if you have an experience, leave it in the book.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was saying last night when we had that shower kick on for no apparent reason and then shut off, the people that were in the room with us investigating, like 3 or 4 of them went through and was reading the book. And I
Mm-hmm.
asked the one guy, I said, "You read the book, right?" And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "Did anybody report anything about the water coming on in the
He's like,
bathroom and
oh
going
yeah.
off?" He goes, "Oh yeah, like 3 or 4 different people." And I'm like, "What time was it?" And I looked at my watch, and it was off an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "But what were those dates?" And the one was in February, which with daylight savings time would have made it about the exact same time. That was freaking awesome. So I loved it.
No, there's not Nintendo in here.
No, no, no Nintendo or PS4. No, we're roughing it. I don't even have my laptop in
I
here.
know you don't. All right, so this one here is also from in October. This one says that these are some of the things that happened. They were here from the 8th to the 15th. So they were
Wow.
here like a lot. That they like broke their bank on this one. But they stayed in here, and some of the things that they experienced while they were here. The greeting card with the little girl on it was poked hard by something. A water bottle got moved from one side of the bed to the other while they slept. The bed shook. The tissue box on the table next to the rocking chair appeared on the nightstand the next morning.
That's why we moved the tissue box to see if it moved.
Yeah, because the tissue box when we came in was actually over here on the nightstand, so I had him put it over there on on the one next to by the chair, in hopes that like this morning I'd wake up and it was next to me, but it wasn't. What'd you get?
So Psycho Axeman says it's History of Love, and Pam's Outdoor Adventure says very interesting. So did you go over the history of the Farnsworth?
Um, Not really. I mean, I told him a little bit.
All right, so correct me if I'm wrong here.
Okay.
Real quick, I'll do the
Okay.
history. This used to be the Sweeney house, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Sweeney family lived here during the battle. And was it there 6 families or something that went down into the basement? This is really good. And I'm glad I'm going to say it here so I don't forget it. All right, so when the battle broke out, you had the Confederacy to the north, which is weird, and the Union to the south, and they were moving up and down through town, moving the line,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so to speak, during the battle. But while it was going on, and the Union took over the Farnsworth house, they made it, like Mary Ann said, a field hospital. And the one room that we were in last night was the surgeon's area, so they were doing the amputations and all that other stuff. And the families that all the families in Gettysburg, pretty much all of them, hid out in their basements. Okay, during
Yeah,
the
to
battle,
try to stay out of
to
the
stay out of the
bullets.
bullets and the fighting and all that. They would just come up at night when the battle would stop and get food and things like that. What they told us last night is when in the basement of the Farnsworth house, they were down there. They in the journals. This comes out of the journals that the families kept. They said it rained for 3 days in the basement because they were underneath where the amputations were taking place. So all that was coming down into the basement where they were at. So, so this house did take some damage. Supposedly, this is the house too up in the attic where the sharpshooters, the house, killed Jenny Wade
Right.
from the Farnsworth house.
Yep. And the brick section of the building that they put on happened before the war, but it actually cost $700 to put that whole front section on the building, which is nuts.
We are having
DGH
a great time.
Darlington.
We we caught a bunch of evidence last night. We caught evidence out when we did the battlefield. I mean, we just have so much. We just keep plunging through it, and then when we go back, we're gonna have to. We haven't. we're gonna listen to these recordings. We have to. And I'm sure we got a ton of EVPs and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We got stuff out in the grove last night. We got stuff up in the attic. We got stuff down in the basement when we were down there. That was weird too. Um, the K2 meter was just going weird, and we had that before when we were here. The K2 meter. So when I do that video, our evidence video, I'm gonna do like the different years and like we duplicated type things. But we're sitting there. We're both sitting in the thing, and the um, extension cord was moving. It started moving for no apparent reason. We didn't get that on video though.
No.
But that was weird. Yeah.
All right. So do you want me to read some more of these people's thing?
Do one more, then we're
because
gonna.
this is still
we're
that
gonna wrap it up,
person.
'cause
Remember, they were here for a week. They got
Yeah.
a whole list of things.
Finish that off because it's almost 6:30.
Okay. So the next thing said the craziest thing that happened was during our second last night. As I was about to fall asleep, I heard something get shoved along the bathroom floor really quickly. I did not get up, but the next morning, one of the bath towels that was laying on the floor was placed perfectly under the 40-pound ice cooler we had in there. My husband asked me if I had done it, if I did it. And I said, no, I thought you did it. Anyway, we have lots of pictures of all the crazy stuff we saw here in Gettysburg.
That's pretty cool. We don't have a cooler.
We don't have
could
a
put
cooler.
a towel on
But we
the
could
floor.
put
You know what we
towel
should
on
do
it.
tonight is
What?
shut those doors. Put a towel on the floor and shut the doors. And then when we open them up in the morning, see if that towel moves.
Okay, we could do that.
That would be cool. So.
Alright.
All right, guys. We want to thank you for joining us for this live from Gettysburg Let's Talk Paranormal event. Again, if you want to enter to win something from Gettysburg next week on our live show, next Saturday, live at 5 Eastern. Every Saturday, live at 5 Eastern. Please subscribe. Ring the bell. Take a little screenshot and email it to panicdvideos@gmail.com. Hashtag GTW as the subject. And I'll put you in the little and we'll send you something out from Gettysburg.
We really need to get you a term for that because you just keep going giddy 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 giddy. It's kind of weird.
I like going.
Okay.
I like making that.
Okay.
Alrighty, well, we're going to wrap it up so we can get some dinner before she goes to some sort of tour or whatever she's going on. I don't plan on walking all the way up there, but I'm sure she'll take pictures and
yes,
record
I will.
it and share it later.
I will.
All right. So, hey, until next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hunting.